Alrighty guys, welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to be going over, so recently Dokkan just dropped a tweet like 11 hours ago pertaining to who the next Dokkan Fest character is going to be coming out. And it's this blatant image of couple of character figures, and then with red eyes, there's a couple of them. So of course, the community has been rapidly throwing out ideas of who it could be. Now, me personally, I'm going with the just traditional. I see this many like enemy characters in a Dragon Ball setting. We're thinking metal cooler, and the perfect idea is to have a metal cooler, like a redo of this unit, the metal cooler core army, or just the metal cooler army. I mean, this card is just a free to play unit, and it's from like from forever ago, 2019, and they could definitely, with the newest animation, like the way they are like going about their animation styles with the shading and things like that, they can definitely like spice this unit up and make it a lot better for like a super easy A, and especially the if it is going to be a Dokkan Fest cooler with like more than one like revive or more than one character he's coming with, it might be cool for them to give this unit a super easy A. That's my first idea. But to be honest, we're thinking it might be a tag. Now, this might sound weird, but since they've been spamming tag mechanic characters this whole entire year, they could do metal cooler tag metal cooler in parentheses core. Which would be this unit, which has a different name. He would have a different name because it would be Metal Cooler Encore in parentheses that he's switching to. But I think that would be a dope like tag unit if they had a metal cooler who then has basically this whole character's idea of like reviving. He has like the counter or like the revive animation where he rebuilds himself. He gets, he sends out more metal coolers to fight, and then when you want to, you just switch into the metal cooler core, which is only playable from this Dokkan Fest from 2019, guys. Like, it's so old. They can do the animations much better. I mean, his animations for Metal Cooler Core is pretty cool, but again, he's a 2022 character, and he is coming up on an easy A as well. I would expect them to go really crazy for this guy, especially because he is one of like the movie bosses. Well, not really, since we have the Broly, but he is one of the like Frieza clan's only revives from that standpoint. I think he's like the only one that is rocking like some of Frieza's like Wicked Bloodline. I think he's the only one that revives. Yeah, he is. He's the only character that can revive. So that gives them just a little bit more utility if they wanna swing more in that direction, making him a busted revive character. Also, you could just drop the STR Metal Cooler Easy A for us. He's going to be super crazy, and that would lead us to believe that like a new version of Goku and Vegeta might be on the horizon. A Goku tag Vegeta from that arc. I mean, they do fight together, which makes sense for the tag mechanic to be used there. But with this photo, oh my goodness, with that photo, it makes sense that Dokkan would be going with the Metal Cooler Army style, like because we haven't done that movie in that same movie in 3 years now. It's kind of, it's kind of been left to the wayside, and it's still probably one of the Dragon Ball movies that has animations that you can pull from, especially the movies. If not, they could go to Super 17, which they aren't, or not Super 17, but Super 13, which they aren't. So having a metal cooler would be definitely good right now, especially because the teams he's on, he'd be on things like Movie Bosses, Revenge, Target Goku, Joined Forces, Corroded Body and Mind, Wicked Bloodline, of course. He honestly is going to just be a standard like 220 lead to Artificial Life Forms and Terrifying Conquerors, which we would desperately need, and he would give so many buffs to like the new Frieza. I know he doesn't link like crazy well with this Frieza, but this one does. He has four links, and he links decently well. It sucks that Frieza is not a big bad boss's character, but I digress because this cooler will be a big bad boss's character, and I suspect him getting an easy A help in general, just in the cooler. Maybe we get a super easy A for STR T War cooler. That would be just insane if he gets his super easy A. But they've done crazier things, so it's totally in the realm of possibility. I'm looking for a new like the core, or like him on his last legs, like fighting on when he's like in the metal cooler core form. They could definitely do some cool animations with that. Give him two super attacks, make him kind of like like a support unit for all of them. So I would definitely like to see that. He's on things like giant form, so if they're a tag unit, they would have power absorption, giant, like things like that. That would just absolutely make this cooler to to stand with the units in the GDC character, especially like all of the top 10 or the top 15 LR is definitely are the top five are from the GDC campaign, and then recently this campaign. So, and then also there's another idea. Now I'm holding out hope that they are going to do this sooner or later, because it's just no way. There is just a no way possible that a Dragon Ball game can be going on for 11 years and we still to this day do not have a Dokkan Fest baby at all. Like we have nothing. No Super Baby 1, no baby just in youth form. We don't have a baby just regularly, and we don't have Super Baby 2. He's an LR, but we don't have neither of them as a Dokkan Fest, which is kind of crazy that this game has been going on for a while and we haven't gotten this guy. The reason why he would work also because they can add a couple more cards, but he does fit the description that they kind of have for these silhouettes. I mean, it's in general just 7 people standing here, and he does take over Vegeta, he does take over Trunks, Gohan, and then Goten. And then he also does take over Boma, so he does have enough people where they can make this celebration work. If they wanted to do like the evil GT side, it would be a massive buff for somebody like Omega Shenron. I mean, hold up, he would be right here. I mean, the only thing about him is like his links are like very. It sucks that they have to link them in this way, and that he came out in a time period where these were acceptable, but they aren't right now. But he's rocking stuff like Big Bad Bosses, at least Thirst for Conquest, Fierce Battle, Metamorphosis. So he's generally going to be good on a Space Traveler Warrior team and Human Deeds. He's going to be good on Terrifying Conquerors with like the Coolers, the Freezes. He's going to be good with like characters like that. He might be he can be run with with the obviously Dokkan Fest, not Dokkan Fest, but Carnival LR Omega Shenron. Omega is a busted unit now. Just he just has so much going for him with the support, with the damage reduction support, the domain. He has the unarmed super attack counter. Like he just has a lot going for him, and anybody that can sit on this team and just sit in slot 2, they're effective. So he would link decently well if we do get like a baby. He would link like 1, 2, 3, 4. He'd have 4 links at least with an Omega Shenron, and that's actually not bad. Hopefully it's not a LR because I don't want him to share in that link. So he would just be like 1, 2, 3. Omega doesn't have Metamorphosis. No, he's Fear and Faith. Ooh, they could definitely take Metamorphosis off of this guy. No, but he does keep it in his Super Baby 2 form. That kind of sucks a little bit because they're not going to link that well, because these guys want to be, yeah, they link just as well as they link with Baby, because they have all these like iffy Hatred of Saiyans, like Coward, Nightmare. Like you have these weird links that Omega doesn't have really. Omega doesn't have any of those. But yeah, we definitely can see something like the possessed version of these characters, because we only have them currently as T Wars, but they don't have any awakenings, and they came out in 2017. I can see them getting awakenings, getting the Easy A, becoming at least comparable, at least decent to run in difficult content, because we got Nova Shenron, and if anybody is ever going to be worried about like a character, this free to play unit, nobody was expecting him to be this good, and then he is just absolutely wild. Like, so they can definitely come out of the blue and then drop a supremely busted free to play character. It's in Dokkan's back pocket. They can do it. They know how to build a good and viable kit to help players clear some of these difficult events and difficult content stages. Things like festival battle. Like they could make like a transform it all the way baby that goes from his youthful form to his standalone baby form, and then him going into like I guess a super baby one when he takes over Vegeta's body. That would lead us to still have like a chance to get a DOKKANFEST super baby 2 that isn't this character, by the way, because he's going to be a different name because we don't have a just a standalone super baby 2 card. This card is Super Baby 2 Giant Ape because he has the transformation with him, which is kind of it's cool for the LR portion, but he came out in 2019 and we just haven't got a Shadow Dragon Saga, not Shadow Dragon Saga, but a Baby Saga character since then that represents like this version of him, which is absolutely crazy. So I definitely see Dokkan going in that direction sooner rather than later. He's a big time villain that warrants big time like respect, especially with the celebration coming up. The next one, he could be October, like he could be the Halloween, or he can be directly this next celebration because Baby has that much pull. So I can see it being either Metal Cooler, I can see it being Super Baby 2. It's coming down to whatever they want to go with. Do they want to buff GT bosses a little bit more and get maybe, Inhuman Deeds a better lead, you get Target Goku and Revenge a better lead, or do they want to go with the Metal Cooler and have it be more of a space traveling warriors movie bosses character, and then you obviously get EZAs like this guy like. This guy's EZA is going to really reshape the game on how they're going to attack and how they're going to go about EZA and revive characters this potent, because to me he has one of the better revives. I know a lot of people don't like the way it's worded because it's when the character gets KO'd, but that still leaves this character to be viable to this day because a lot of people just like throw him out to the wind, let him get his hit, let him get the revive, and that gets you like a free turn. I know it's not the best use of a revive all the time because you want to keep that into the end of long events or end of a long difficult fight, but for like EZA runs, for like especially the shorter content that you just need to get to like turn 4 and it's really difficult to get to, yes, this cooler is still viable. So giving him an EZA where you buff this when he's receiving attack, he can get the this, no, he doesn't have it. Let me see. I mean, first person on the top of my head I can think of that has this ability is Goku Black as well. He's not the only one, but this ability, when receiving attack, you're gaining the when receiving attack, you get the 180. I know characters have like 200 now, so he should get that on this. Build this up to be for every attack received or dodge, they should give him that. They should give him dodge as well. I mean, most of the movie, he is kind of like showcasing that he can move faster than Goku, and Goku's using instant transmission. So I would like to see this unit be a dodge heavy character if they want to go that direction. He also has his active skill. His active skill back in the day used to be really cool, like because it gives you health, it gives him high damage, and it also like can be triggered, 5th turn or after his revival, which could mean a lot of different things. He could die turn 1, and then his next following appearance, he could pop the active skill, get 30% HP. So just depending on if you say you get hit really hard in your second phase or your second turn, this cooler could always like still revive and be an asset to the battlefield. So I think him getting a buff to this active skill, kind of like in the way they did with a Golden Frieza, making him, because I know you guys know what I'm going to go to, they wrote it in his passive, because prior to his EZA, his active skill did nothing. Like Golden Frieza's active skill, all it did was an AoE, and it massively raised attack temporarily. But it was when his health was under 50, starting from the 3rd turn, which is so niche. And his EZA, they put this passive, they put this in right here for his passive, for his active skill. Starting from the third turn, and when his HP is less than 50%, he performs a crit, he guaranteed crits, and then he gets an extra 300% attack. I can see them adding this on top of metal coolers, like, you know, base just after receiving an attack, or no, after, for his, like, just plainly in his passive, so it can help his life absorption attack a little bit more. Obviously raise and inflate the stats a lot more so he can tank better. And he's going to be a high health healing character, because again, he's healing with another metal cooler attacking in the rotation, which I can see this becoming like Rose's, where he might get damage reduction, dodge, or like something like that with extra stats. All he needs is another ally, or he might get guard with another ally attacking the same turn, because it's written in that same way where they could just like add that on and it wouldn't be that crazy. But yeah, that is definitely, like, Dokkan is, it's been a dead period for a little bit. Now they're starting to, you know, look like they're getting back into that. They're about to drop some heat again. So, of course, thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, of course, hit the like button, subscribe. If you want to see some more content like this, or if you want to suggest any more content, throw that down in the comment section below. And I will definitely get back to you guys really soon with this, because I'm hoping to see this, the reveal, maybe the 28th, maybe as late as the 30th for sure. The 30th or the 1st, we might get the reveal, like the Dokkan event reveal on 30th or the 1st, because I believe the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th is when the character is going to come out, because we still have to time everything up for the Halloween DOKKANFEST. But with that being said, of course, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
How dare you defy a god! I will destroy you!
Your fight ends.